Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about the project we're going to be doing today. This one is a new one for me. If you're not a part of my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. I hope at the end you'll give me a thumbs up, and this one you're going to want to share with a friend. So sometimes I can be a little bit late to the party, so to speak, not necessarily knowing what all the hottest trends are. The whole Marie Kondo and KonMari was an example of that. I told you that I had been an educator for 20 years, and in that time I would have student teachers, and they tended to be younger girls who were in their final block of teaching, and I was their supervising teacher. They would come into my classroom and I would help them finish out their final block. So anyway, it was those young girls a lot of times who would either have the latest trend or tell me about the latest trend, and that's kind of how I kept up on things, especially after my daughter moved out. But now that I'm not in the classroom this year, I haven't had the interaction with either my coworkers, who sometimes would keep me in the know, or the student teachers who would keep me in the know. So let me give a big shout out to my last two student teachers over the previous couple years, Molly and Courtney. You rock. I've been following you on Facebook and your classrooms are looking awesome. So keep up the good work. Anyway, getting back to my latest find. And like I said, you may know about this, but I didn't, and I absolutely love it. It's called chalk paint. I was watching an Amy Darling video, Darley, I think is her last name, and she was doing a home tour of her house, and she had a piece, like a buffet, maybe in her dining room, and she made the comment that she had painted it with chalk paint. And I love the way it looked. It was a really pretty color, blue or gray, I can't remember, but I love the way it looked, and I thought, I'm gonna look that up. So she mentioned a particular name, and when I Googled it, I would have had to have gone to Anniston, Alabama to get it. Well, I'm not gonna drive to Anniston. That's over an hour away from me. So I looked at Hobby Lobby, and in their wood section I found a little bit of chalk paint, and I came up with this chalk finish paint with Hobby Lobby. So this one is $8.99, and I used my 40% off coupon, so that definitely made this one affordable. I'm going to show you a project I did with this one. It's called Colonial Blue, and I absolutely love the way it turned out. This is the one that introduced me to it and how easy it is to use, so I can't wait to show you that. We'll be back with that in just a minute. Anyway, so I Googled the chalk paint. That Target carries chalk paint by Joanna Gaines, but you have to order it. It's not, they don't carry it in the stores, and it runs around $32. So ironically, I had been waiting for a friend at a Mexican restaurant. The restaurant hadn't opened, so I ran into a local antique store that has the different booths, and in one of the booths they had this Dixie Belle chalk paint. And so I thought, that's what I've been looking for. So today I actually ran and got a big, I guess this is a quart of it, and it was maybe around $32 as well. It was very comparable to whatever Target had with Joanna Gaines. Because my huge project is going to be to paint these cabinets. I want to transform this whole room. These decorations are 10 years old. I'm going to show you, I've got some shutters on the inside of my window that I love, but right now they're green, so I'm going to be painting them this blue color. I'm going to be doing my cabinets in the white, and then I'm thinking about doing the wall color in a soft gray. You can leave me comments below to let me know what you think about the color combinations. I'm going to switch out the fabric, obviously, because it doesn't go. And I haven't picked out the fabric yet, so I kind of thought I would do the fabric first and then decide on my paint color for the wall. So I'll keep you posted on that one. Anyway, getting back to my projects, in my guest bedroom, I had two pieces of art that my mother-in-law passed down to me, and they were in kind of old dated frames, maybe from the 80s. So I had just taken some craft paint that I had and painted them white. Well, let me just tell you, especially this one, it was an epic fail. I mean, it just did not work on this. They looked pitiful. And so I thought, I'm going to get that chalk paint and paint over these. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'll speed it up so you don't have to wait through all of it. I ran by Hobby Lobby today. The mats that the pictures were in did not match. And so I went by Hobby Lobby, and for one of them, I purchased a custom mat because I couldn't get the size right. And so that one did cost me $16. But like I said, one was done by a cousin of my mother-in-law, and the other one, they're both black and whites. And so I just wanted them to kind of match a little bit. But the other one was just another drawing that she had given me. So when I rematted them, this is just blue art paper. The original was in green art paper. So here's the green art paper. I just took this out of the frame, and then I used this as my template. This is what the art paper looks like. Don't know if you can see it. And it was only $3.49. So I used my coupon on this. You cannot use the coupon, the 40% off at Hobby Lobby. You can't use it on custom mats. So I had to pay $16 for the mat, but it was a project that I wanted to do. So I did this one in the kind of soft blue. And then I did this one. This was the custom mat, and I tried to get as close to that one as I could. And then they'll both have the white frames, and I'll frame them one on top of the other in there. I think it'll look good. I have to clean the glass that the frames were in. They're really dusty, and then I'll be repainting these. So let's get started.
I initially started painting with a sponge applicator, but I really didn't like the way it was going on, so I switched over to a brush, and I think it did go on better with a brush. So here's my blue sewing table. I love the way it turned out, but I'm thinking that colored chalk paint actually does better than the white.
The paint is all dry on my projects. I decided to pull a fish out of that guest bedroom that I wanted to repaint. I did it in white, and then I had a hat box in there that I did in the blue. I just thought it was so interesting. This blue has one coat of the blue chalk paint on it, and you can see it got great coverage. It was this dark rose box to begin with, so I just think it's interesting how much coverage I got with the blue. And the same thing happened on the table that I did. The white, I ended up with probably 4 coats. I did 2 of the Dixie Belle. It was a real pale peach and green underneath it. So I did 2 of the Dixie Belle, and then I did 2 of the Deco Art paint in the white. And it's just interesting to me. I'm not getting as good of coverage with the white as I do with the blue. Dixie Belle makes a cotton chalk paint, and I'm wondering if it's different than this Boss. So I'm going to go online and look it up before I paint the cabinets behind me, because I definitely want good coverage, and I'm a little disappointed with the white. I was a little disappointed with the frames, and I'm a little disappointed with the fish, but I'm going to keep on trying until I find the right one. If you've never done chalk paint, I hope this has helped you. If you've got some tips to share or a brand that you really like of chalk paint, please share it in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. I'm so glad you could join me, and I hope you have a great day.